Good evening, Revolution fans. And I'm the Techno Critic, and it's time for another Techno Critique on Revolution. This time, the second episode of the second season. Look what I did while I was watching. I made a noose. 3 of them, in fact. It just shows my profound contempt for this show. I figured out why they call it Revolution. It's because it goes around and around and around and it never gets anywhere. It just keeps rolling along. So, let's see what happened in this particular episode. Charlie got captured, tracking down, not Miles, Monroe. I always get them mixed up, don't ask me why. So she gets captured, he gets captured. They introduce her new love interest, which apparently is some good-looking bounty hunter with an Indian for a grandfather. Don't worry, he gets killed. They didn't kill him, though. They would never kill off the love interest. This show is so predictable. Let's see. What does Neville do? Neville, instead of killing the person he intended to kill, as he made so clear in the first episode that I'm going to kill these people for nuking Georgia, and thus causing me to lose my wife. Well, that seems to be out the window now, because now he's joining up. I know it's only so that he could get to the president, kill him, and then take over the presidency of the United States, blah, 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 blah. Same old shtick. Let's see. Aaron came back to life. Oy. What is his deal? Did we really need to bring Aaron back to life? Why? What is his character setup? This is what happens when somebody who wrote a show called Supernatural, which nobody watched, decides that he's going to go into a sci-fi drama about what happens if the world has no electricity, which, by the way, we learned exactly what happened today. Thank fucking God. It was a 50-minute setup, with commercials, mind you, to a 2-minute part in the show. Oh my God. They even made not a Walking Dead, although I wouldn't be surprised if they did. They made not one, but 2 Texas Walker Ranger references. Are you trying to annoy me? Change your show up. Give us the exposition up front, and then push the plot along, work on everybody's storylines. Don't give us this remedial little driblet flash in the pan stuff that, oh, what a twist, what a twist, what a twist. Twists get tiring. Look, there are so many twists in this show. I managed to make a freaking noose. Not just one, 3 of them. I'm fed up. I'm not going to watch this show anymore. Please do not watch Revolution. The premise was a good premise, but we whipped this horse to death. I'm sorry, the hook has come out. I do not want to know what happens next episode. I don't care about that psychopath pedophile. I don't care about Miles anymore, even though I did, because he was literally the only character who seemed to have any kind of sense. And while we're talking about useless characters, let's get to Rachel. Why wasn't Rachel killed off? What purpose does Rachel serve? I mean, I know that Aaron is at least this sweet, relatable guy from the old world that we can all kind of get along with and relate to, I guess. What purpose does Rachel serve? She is Charlie's mother. That is it. Let me tell you what she does. She spends this entire episode trying to find people to go with her to rescue Miles. And nobody wants to go, surprisingly enough, because there is a large group of bandits surrounding the entire perimeter of this one little poorly walled town. Which, by the way, I did not understand why everybody is fleeing into the city. It's already been made clear that they can penetrate your defenses with just a small group of people. Pack up your stuff and flee. I understand that sticking together is a good idea, but staying in one place, waiting for your enemy to come and get you, is not. Try and get away. So she spends the entire episode looking for somebody to go with her. And then right at the end when she finally makes a decision, fuck it, I'm going to go off by myself, which I was saying, look, just go off by yourself. You've done it before, you'll do it again, just go off and find Miles all by yourself. Then her father and these two other people just randomly appear against their own better judgment and decide that they're going to go riding off with her into the night. And then there's this thing with the rats. I don't know what's going on. Here's what I think is going to happen. They're going to try and harness bioelectricity to get the computers in the tower back up and running so that they can all go and switch the power back on again. Because that seems to be the entire premise of everything that's going on. They need to switch the power back on again and destroy the nanobots so that Aaron is no longer crazy and blah 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 blah. Exposition, exposition, exposition. I've never really walked away from a show before. There are some shows, and I mean this sincerely, a show that I really wanted to get into. There are shows that I simply watch just for the sake of watching them, like Pretty Little Liars. I watched that show, one, because it's full of good-looking people and I'm extremely shallow, and two, because I wanted to see if it matched up with what I thought my theory was. But you know what? They just never got there in time, and I stopped watching the show, and well, that was it. But this is the first show I'm really actually walking away from, not because I don't like it. It's just, these are my feelings. I'm sorry, guys. It's not a good technical critique, I know, but I'm just so angry at everything that happened in this show. I mean, we introduced a love interest, but we have practically nothing to go on. James gets away again. Miles has his hand broken, which effectively puts him out of commission for the entire thing. I mean, he broke his hand. We almost had an interesting villain with the pedophilic principal of the school, but he is 6 levels deep in crazy. I mean, I'm 1 level deep in crazy. He is 6 levels below me in crazy. He is the 7th level of crazy. I'm fed up. I'm just fed up with the show. I'm not taking it anymore. So that's been my technical critique. Like, favorite, subscribe. You probably didn't like this video at all. If you made it this far, kudos to you, my friend. Well, I'd say I'll see you in the next one, but I don't think I will.